Hello, wrestling fans, and happy holidays. This is episode 278 of the Weekend Wrestle podcast. The Brothers Max in here with you. I'm Nate. That's Aaron.
Hello, everybody.
Hope you all had a fantastic Christmas. Heading into the new year, 2026. Hopefully, 2026 is better than 2025.
We'll find out.
But we're
I
going
think
back
it'll
to
probably be about the same, but we'll see.
We're going back to 1995 this week, the beginning of 1995, as we continue our Clash of the Champions series with Clash of the Champions 30. We're getting there. After this one, we'll only have 5 more because they really. I noticed, especially as we get into the Hogan era, you're getting down to like 2 a year. That's it. It's not like a bit Clash, and it's even more so after this one. When we go to the next one, you get into the Nitro era, and Clash is a fucking afterthought.
Yeah, and it was more about getting pay-per-views. Like this is like before the Monday Night War, there was the pay-per-view war. Because like television still wasn't like they still wanted to do ratings, but pay-per-view was still your big money maker, and that was like they were just trying to out pay-per-view each other.
Mm-hmm. And then once the Monday Night Wars hit and ratings and television rights became a thing, it changed everything.
Yes, it did.
The craziest thing about it is, as television rights and the TV shows became more important and pay-per-views became less important, they still increase. Like, you get to a point with just WWE where there's so many pay-per-views. Like,
yeah.
But anyway,
like television became like. Sorry, I was gonna say, like, when you'd watch WCW pay-per-views, like WWF still treated their pay-per-views like whatever, and WCW still treated their pay-per-views like whatever, but WCW treated them more like an afterthought than WWF did.
Yeah,
because they'd have shit on their pay-per-view that would be like, the winner of this match is going to go to Nitro to face off for the Cruiserweight Championship. Like, wait a minute.
It's supposed to be the other way around.
But okay, whatever.
And you watch the evolution of the business before it became about the television shows. You watch the TV, you watch the syndicated TV from the 80s and the 70s and stuff. It was about the house shows.
Go to the arena.
It's just the evolution of the business. Like, I bet you, I'll guarantee you, if I were to have a kid who is 19 or 20 years old today and has only watched, say, Monday Night Raw and SmackDown, where every match is between two big name stars or whatever on every show every week, and sat that kid down and had them watch WWF Superstars from 1987, they'd be like, well, this is boring. It's a bunch of matches. You know who's going to win and everything. And it's like, the business evolves. The business evolves.
Yes, it does.
But speaking of, let's devolve a little bit here. And before we get to Caesar's Palace, January, 25th, 1995. Let's talk about some music and movies.
And I liked this so much that I'm leading it over into our new podcast that we're going to do. But anyway, the top 2 songs at this time were bad, and the movies aren't the greatest thing. One of them is really bad. The other one I think is overrated after I got older. But the top 2 songs, number 1 is on Bended Knee by Boyz II Men. They've been kind of, like, the last few episodes, they've been kind of in there. Like, this is like the height of Boyz II Men.
This is one of my least favorite Boyz II Men hits.
Yeah. And then number 2 is the lady. She's got like a huge career. I understand she's popular and all this, that, and everything. We still got like 2 songs I like, and it's "Take a Bow" by Madonna. And this is not one of the songs that I like.
I am I want to say I am a fan of Like a Prayer era Madonna. I am a fan of probably before that, like 80s Madonna. Into the 90s, not so much.
Yeah. I like the song, like a prayer, like you said. That's a great song, and that because it doesn't sound like any of her other songs. I don't think, you
Right.
know. And then Material Girl is just a good song. But
Hmm.
other than that, it's like, your music's like, I don't know. You're
And then
not
because
Cyndi Lauper, I'll tell you that much.
because I'm a Weird Al guy, when Like a Virgin plays, I'm just singing the lyrics to Like a Surgeon. But
Yeah, there's a lot of ladies that I think were a lot better than her in that era. I think she just kind of got by on her appearance or whatever. But anyway, um, I never even thought she was that hot. But anyway, the top two movies. The first movie, I don't even know if I've ever seen it, but it always seemed like it was a boring movie. Is Legends of the Fall.
I've never
Like,
seen that movie in my life.
like just looking at it, I'm like, that's boring. I don't think I'm gonna like that movie. Like, I don't know. I understand like Anthony Hopkins is a great actor, you know,
Hmm.
but it's like
No,
I don't like your movies, Anthony Hopkins. It's
great,
not my
great.
type of movie.
What do I say? Great. Somebody can be a great actor and not make movies I like. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like I did. I can sit here and say Sir Anthony Hopkins is a hell of a fucking actor,
I just
but
don't want to watch the movie.
I don't have. Yeah, he doesn't do like I am. You know, I like horror movies and stuff like that. So I do like Silence of the Lambs. I like him as Hannibal Lecter in that series of movies. But
Yeah, I
overall,
mean,
yeah.
it's kind of like, hey, stay away, Meryl Streep. I'm good. I don't want to see your movies. Seem like a nice lady, and you're very good at your job. You make movies I do not want to watch. And then the number two movie, like I said, is a movie that's funny, but the older I got, the more I look back on the main guy that's in this movie, I'm like, I don't think he was as funny as I thought he was. I just think you can tell me if I'm wrong, but it's Dumb and Dumber.
Hmm.
And I look back on Jim Carrey now, and I'm like, I think he was funnier at me when I was like, just as a kid. But as I've gotten older, I'm like, some stuff's still good, but I was like, this guy's not as funny as I remember him being.
I I
I
like
don't know.
no I still like Jim Carrey a lot. Now, you know, a lot of people point to like Ace Ventura or even Dumb and Dumber as their favorite Jim Carrey movies. My favorite Jim Carrey movie is Liar Liar. Um
Yeah, I like that one. Uh, was Fun with Dick and Jane?
oh, that's a great movie too.
Wasn't
Yeah.
that his movie? That's one
Yes.
of my favorites that he did. I like Cable Guy, and then I like The Truman Show. Those are like my three favorite Jim Carrey movies, and I think those are like his more different ones.
Hmm.
But like I said, just looking
No,
back on him, like he's not as good as I don't
I,
know.
I like I said, I still like him a lot. Now, one character that I think I look back on that I don't think is funny like I did way back in the day is the Ace Ventura character. The Ace Ventura movies, watching those now, I don't think they're as funny as I did back then. But I still really
Yeah,
like. I love Liar Liar. I like you said, I like Fun with Dick and Jane. I even like Bruce Almighty with him and Morgan Freeman. I like that flick.
yeah.
But
Like I said, I'm not saying he's not,
right.
but it's just like he's not. Like I said, I don't think he's as. I just don't think he's as funny as. There's other comedians like that too. That like I look back on it, and I'm like, I think it was more of the time, and maybe he was
Hmm.
different than everybody else. And there's
Yeah.
stand-up comedians that are like that to me. Like I still like Bill Hicks, but I'm like, I look back at Bill Hicks' career, I'm like, he wasn't as funny as I thought he was when I was like, a kid,
Hmm.
and I was hearing that shit. I'm like, oh, this is edgy. It's like,
Yeah. That's what I
he
was
was
going to
still
say about
funny,
him.
but
That's what I was going to say about him. I'm the same way as you. Like, yeah, he was edgy then, so it was like it made an impact on you. But if you listen to it now, it's like, eh. Like he's not. He's not a stand-up comedian that sticks with me like forever. Like I'm never gonna not think Mitch Hedberg's funny, or
Yeah.
Bill Burr, or take your pick, Chris Rock.
Yeah.
But anyway, but I know what you're saying. Some people just as time goes, like I've never gotten Sam Kinison. I don't think Sam Kinison's funny. I just don't.
There's certain things like when he's not doing his shtick that I think he's funny, but like his shtick can get kind of tiring. It's kind of like Fonzie's whistle. Oh my god, I can only take this for so long.
Like Jesus Christ. All right, well, that is the Wayback Machine. We're staying in the year 1995, the month of January. Clash of the Champions 30, again, like I said, took place January 25th at Caesar's Palace.
Yeah, it's one of those things too where they say they're in Vegas, but they're really not. They're in some they're by it, but they're really
Paradise, I think, or
like Paradise City, whatever. But yeah, and it's I'll let you steer the ship more, but yeah, the show itself. The arena looks okay. They do this spot a couple times. I think they do this one, and then they do it
there's
this
another
time,
one.
and then
There's another one because
32.
I was gonna say I think the Bobby Heenan, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, that's
happens at the
32.
Caesar's Palace with Pillman.
That's coming up. It's like this one was on January 25th, like you said, and it's funny. Okay, the next one I figured it out. It's because of that NAFTA convention. Because the next one that they're there is January 23rd, 1996. So
that makes sense.
That NAFTA connection. Because every time they say NAFTA convention, like I hear when Tony Schiavone says it, because he says it a couple times on this, and then he says it a couple times on that. It sounds like he's saying we're at the NAFTA convention.
I thought he said we're at the Nasty convention in Vegas. Oof, what's going on there? Is it at the porn awards?
All the boys will want to be. All the boys will want to be at that.
We're at the Nasty convention.
Yeah, Tony Schiavone wasn't even showing up for the show. That dude's a pervert. Like admitted pervert. But anyway, yeah, it's because of that NAFTA convention, which means that chances are no, it wouldn't have been this one. I won't talk too much about it then. Go ahead, sorry.
The intro here, we have, of course, Tony Schiavone, Mean Gene, and Bobby Heenan. And as they do the intro, they discuss, because we're past Starrcade now, everybody. We're past the Hogan Butcher Starrcade. But now they've been nice enough to let Ric Flair come out of his retirement so they can start humiliating him again.
Yeah.
Just when we haven't humiliated this man enough, we're gonna start. And they always start out. It always starts out like sounds like it's good, like they're putting Flair over and blah blah blah. But as time goes on, he winds up attacking Randy Savage in a dress. And
they told him, according to him, and when he was still lucid and had his faculties and stuff, he was supposed to be out for a year to 2 years, and he said that he was that worried him. He's like, you get forgot about, not only by the people, but by this company, and they said it wouldn't be that way. He was going to work in the office. Like they were going to give him an office job and he could be with the boys and all that, but he just wouldn't be on TV. And he said, fine, if I'm losing a retirement match, we're going to do it. I actually want to do it. And then the whole Butcher thing failed and they wanted him back right away. And he's like, all right, yeah, whatever.
So he was only retired for about 2 or so months.
Yeah.
So they discussed that he's going to be in the building tonight, and also Vader will be in the building tonight. as he's heading into Super Brawl to face Hulk Hogan for the World Championship. And our opening match is the World Television Champion Arn Anderson versus Johnny B. Bad. And of course, Arn Anderson has Colonel Robert Parker and Meng with him.
Yes. And Johnny B. Bad, found himself, I'm gonna say it, like I'm not his biggest fan or whatever, but he did find himself a spot in this company, and he was the perfect guy for the spot that he was in because he opened pretty much every single show.
Yeah.
Like if it was a Clash or a pay-per-view, Johnny B. Bad opened that shit because he'd come out and he'd shoot his little bad blaster off. You know what I mean?
Get the crowd hyped up. Yeah.
Yeah. And then when he goes away, like it becomes the cruiserweights.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, oh, we're gonna have Rey Mysterio and Psychosis go out there. So I'm trying to think who the like WWF equivalent of this would be. But they didn't really have like a state. They had more of a style of a match to open up their shows, not particularly a person.
Mm-hmm.
But
I mean, if
yeah,
I look,
Johnny,
when I look at a lot of the house shows, as I look through like torches and stuff, a lot of
like
the house
Coco, not
Coco,
here, but like a Coco Beware,
Coco, Tito Santana.
yeah. So Johnny's kind of in that role of the WCW. He's the guy that lights it up. I mean, how many fucking pay-per-views and clashes and shit did Johnny B. Bad and Diamond Dallas Page fucking open up? They were the Gold Dust Hunter Hearst Helmsley feud of WCW. It's like this shit is going on for like 2 years. God damn.
It's not as long as the Boogie Woogie Man and Paul Jones, but it feels like it.
Nothing's as long as that.
I don't think I think that's still going, and Paul Jones is dead.
Yeah.
And it never really got a blow off because it was supposed to get the blow off, and then fucking Turner bought WCW, and then they shit canned those guys, and so they were
this
gone.
Is dumb.
And they were gone, so it never even had its ultimate blow off.
That's like I want that to be the reason. Be like, okay, guys, we're gonna have to let you go. Wow, baby, this is dumb. Like we thought it was dumb the whole time, but we couldn't do anything about it. You're dumb. He's dumb.
You're done.
We're all dumb.
It's dumb, and you're done.
Yeah. Dumb and Dunner. Get the fuck out of here.
I feel so low. Big Mama pulls up, gets him off the curb.
With the worst acting ever. God, that dude sucked. I like Paul Jones, but he fucking Boogie Woogie Man sucked. Paul Jones was like good wrestling bad, if that makes sense to me. Like he's good wrestling bad.
Yeah.
But anyway.
This is a good match between Anderson and Johnny B. Bad. I mean, you're not gonna go wrong with an Arn Anderson match, and Johnny's a good enough worker to hang with Arn for 12 minutes or whatever the match was. The crowd was hot for it.
No, like I said, I ain't mad at it. Then Parker ends up, like it even says in my notes, good solid back and forth action. Then Parker distracts Johnny B. Bad long enough for Arn Anderson to hit a DDT. And then the 1, 2, 3. Winner of the match, still TV champ. AA Arn Anderson.
Then we get Mean Gene Okerlund. He is backstage with Kevin Sullivan and the Butcher, who are in our main event tonight against Hulk Hogan and the Macho Man, Randy Savage.
Yeah. At least they've decided to stop trying to get Butcher to seem like he's the leader of the group.
Yeah, that's true. Kevin Sullivan does most of the talking during this. Of course, they talk about how they're going to beat Hogan and Savage later on. Sullivan goes on about Ric Flair and Vader and Harley Race being in the building, so they might have some backup that the baby faces aren't betting on. And I wrote down here, and what the Butcher contributes to this promo is that they're going to lay waste pretty much. He doesn't even say lay waste, but his gist is they're going to lay waste to Hogan and Savage, and you're just going to be the splash and the gush. What are you talking about?
This is a fucking moron. Like, he didn't win at Starrcade, so Sullivan, like, if his character is real, the Taskmaster is like, listen here, dingus. Back of the line.
I let you think you were the boss.
Boss. He's in the back of the line, dingus. I don't know why calling him dingus is funny to me.
Sounds like something Sullivan would call somebody.
Like, pointing up at him. Get to the back of the line, dingus.
Dingus.
You're behind the avalanche.
We get an ad, of course, for the
avalanche is here now, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
All right. Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, he's here.
The Hulk Hogan hotline commercial. Of course, you get one of those. I always joke
fights
about
on
it.
I'm stupid. Sorry. He's on the show.
It's all right. It's all right. We had to watch it. We had to watch ahead since we were both shitting Peacock out. So sometimes you kind of get your shows mixed out. You know,
it's I don't know where I'm at here. But, yeah. Anyway.
Hulk Hogan hotline video, as I always joke, you can spend $1.49 a minute to hear that Hulk Hogan message.
Yes, it's some lie about how much Andre the Giant weighed.
When he was 600 pounds and he didn't want to lose, brother.
Yeah. They wanted me to play bass in Led Zeppelin. I said, oh, brother.
I got the wrestling boot brand, brother.
I gotta go. Gotta go to Florida.
Train with the Funks. At least that wasn't a lie. Then we get some German porn music.
Lance Wright's dance.
Alex Wright.
Lance Wright. I said Lance Wright's dance video. That's completely different. That would be amazing. If Lance Wright was acting like Alex Wright, that would be hilarious. But now it's Alex Wright's dance video, and like I said, I think Alex Wright, bell to bell, like in the fucking ring, is fucking awesome.
I was thinking about it because we talked about it last time. How superb Alex Wright was. He really was. He was. I mean, excuse the expression, but he was a wunderkind. You know, he was this kid that was just fucking awesome. You know what I think actually deterred what could have been a great career for him?
This fucking gimmick.
No, I think it's because in a year or so, the cruiserweights come along. If that makes sense, because if you're just having him wrestle with American style wrestlers, he's dynamic.
Yeah, but he mixed it up with the cruiserweights, though.
He did, but I'm just saying, like he became a part of that mix instead of being a standout. I don't know. I don't know if what I'm trying to say makes sense.
I just think they brought him in as that character, and that character was rough, you know. And it's like guys aren't gonna get behind that. I think if they would have just brought him in as maybe, I don't know. Because when he turns heel, it's like he's even better when he turns heel, you know? Because then that gimmick works. Like, this gimmick that he's doing doesn't work if you're a babyface.
Right.
But if you're a heel, it works. And I also don't think, like, he gotta, like, it's like when the cruiserweights did come around, they kept having him be with those guys, which was fine because he could work with them. But, like, down the road, we're going to go watch a match. I think he fights like Conan or something, and Conan's a bigger dude. It was at the time, you know. And he's in there with Alex, and sometimes you don't realize how big Alex is unless he's in there with like a bigger guy.
Right.
You're like, Alex wasn't a small dude either. You know what I mean? But I don't know. I just think he was at points in his career. He was just it always seemed like he was in the wrong place at the wrong time. And I think in like 97 he should have just, I don't know if WWE never had any interest in him or whatever, but he's a guy that I think if he would have went to WWE, if he would have jumped to WWF, it probably would have been a different thing for him, maybe too.
Yeah, I don't know. From what I understand, I'd have to go back and look. I, for some reason, seem to remember him doing a shoot interview one time where he said that when WCW closed down, he was one of the people they were interested in, but he wanted to go back to Germany. So he went back to Germany and opened that wrestling school. So I think it might have been his decision, if I remember
I'm just saying,
correctly.
I'm just saying even before they shut down, like I
Okay.
like 97, 98, like why didn't he ever go over there? I don't know. Maybe they were paying him a shitload of money and he was fuck it, let's just stay here. I don't know, but
And it's funny now that I'm looked down at my notes. I didn't even look at my notes yet for the match because the match is Alex Wright versus Bobby Eaton, and one of my notes is make sure we strike up a conversation about how good Alex Wright was. So there you go. We did it organically. I didn't even have to think about it.
And then what was it that we watched a couple months back or whatever, a couple episodes back, where it was it Bobby and Too Cold, and both of us independent were like, oh, this should be really good.
Yeah.
And it wasn't.
And it wasn't.
Yeah. This was really good, I thought.
I did too.
And Bobby did what Bobby did, because Bobby, he was, I'm not saying he was as high flying as Alex Wright, but he was really close, But what he did to help the match was Bobby just kind of didn't do a lot of aerial shit. Like he played the ground bully. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. No, this is the definition of a showcase match. We're trying to showcase this kid. We're trying to showcase his moves. So Bobby Eaton, not that Bobby Eaton didn't wrestle really well in this match, but he did exactly what he needed to do, which was make sure he did not outperform Alex Wright in this match.
Yeah. He did an opposite Paul Roma. I remember when Paul Roma didn't want to fucking work with Alex Wright, so he just went out there and fucking outshined the motherfucker and got fired for it. Yeah, he did an opposite Paul Roma and went out there and did the right thing and did what he was paid to do.
Yeah, but yeah, like you said, it's I don't know. Alex Wright got to hit all his cool moves, and Bobby played he stayed grounded.
Bobby let him kick out of the Alabama Jam.
Yeah.
Which was in WCW, NWA, WCW lures. I mean, people maybe that don't know, doesn't sound like anything, but in this company, it's a big deal.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people kick out of the Alabama Jam.
That's what I was about to say. You don't really get out of Bobby Eaton. If he don't get it on you, you might beat him, but he's probably going to beat you if he hits his finisher.
Maybe, I don't know, Hawk, Animal, Ric Flair, and now Alex Wright. That might be it.
I mean,
maybe Robert.
I can't. I'd have
probably Ricky or Robert.
I was going to say maybe at some point Robert or Ricky. But yeah, you're right. It's very rare air that move doesn't put you away.
But he kicks out of that, and then sorry.
No, go ahead.
Then later on in the match, Alex Wright ends up hitting a cross body block for the 1, 2, 3, and the winner of the match is Alex Wright. And 2 matches in, 2 solid matches.
Yeah,
this Clash is already better than the last.
Oh, hands down, better than the last one. The next thing we have on the show is Mean Gene on the entranceway interviewing Vader. And of course, Harley Race is not with Vader, but he says he has a ticket for Harley Race. And I love how Gene's like, well, where is Harley Race? And it's pretty much one of those things where Vader's like, none of your business, Mean Gene.
Yeah. I don't have an explanation. But he's dressed like Cosby with like but he's got like a leather jacket and his mask. Like, I don't know. But yeah, he's in dress slacks, like a. And I know, if I remember right, a kind of a Cosby-esque sweater.
Yeah. It's funny, like he's obviously you don't want him to be in his gear because he's not wrestling on this night, but it is weird when you see Vader in street clothes. I don't know why. He just because he doesn't
Oh, go ahead.
He doesn't dress like you think he would.
Well, the thing is, like, a lot of times when you see like those WCW guys and they got like dress slacks and a dress shirt on, it's because WCW had a dress
Had a
code.
dress code in the arena. Yeah.
Like when you showed up, you had to dress a certain way, and it's like, who wants to change clothes 7 times? You know what I mean? So like that's why like a guy would come out with like his shirt off and he'd have like khaki pants or those like dress slacks or whatever and some fucking dress shoes because WCW had a fucking dress code, which John Laurinaitis tried to bring over to WWF when they brought him in.
Yeah.
And he tried to enforce that, and it came down to everybody has to adhere to dress code except for Stone Cold Steve Austin and The Undertaker.
But it was one of those stupid things they did during that era too. Like they invoked a dress code, and then for some reason they decided they wanted to start billing Chris Benoit as being from Atlanta, Georgia. And where did they say
And
Jericho was from?
Manhasset, New York.
Yeah,
'Cause that's where his
Manhasset, New
dad was.
York.
'Cause that's
Because
where his dad was from.
no
'Cause
baby face for some reason could be from any other country. I don't know. It was stupid.
yeah, John Laurinaitis said baby faces aren't foreign. It's like, well, Canada's not foreign.
It's like, this guy's from Atlanta, Georgia. Let me tell you something, eh? Like,
yeah. Like what the fuck?
and you've been billing him as being from fucking Edmonton, Alberta, Canada for 22 years or whatever.
His name is the Canadian Crippler. But anyway, yeah.
Now he's the Atlanta Annihilator.
Yeah, well, but yeah, that's why you'd see those guys in like street clothes and shit. Like Benoit would come out and cut like this intense promo, and he's got like tuxedo pants on. What's going on? But yeah, like you said, Vader comes out. He's dressed up nice, but he still has this mask. He doesn't want to answer where Harley Race is because he forgot where he left him. And he's got a ticket to sit at ringside. And they're also hyping the fact that supposedly Ric Flair is going to be at ringside as well.
It turns out he left Harley at the movie theater. They went to watch Legends of the Fall, and Harley fell asleep.
I think it's funnier if they were at Dumb and Dumber. Harley fell asleep at Dumb and Dumber. But anyway, that's what's going on.
Give me a large popcorn and a juju beads. And take my damn money.
Take the damn money.
Kabuki.
Talk there. Who's back there making the popcorn?
Kabuki.
Kabuki?
Paul Jones and his army.
There's this guy that does like wrestling comedy videos. And whenever there's like a promo where somebody takes a pause for a moment, like an awkward pause, or if there's commentary where there's like an awkward pause, it puts like a misty picture of Harley Race up in the corner of him just staring, and then he goes, Kabuki, and the camera and like the text or the thing goes, Kabuki moment. So we're not the only people that thought that shit was fun.
I love it. It's fun when you find kindred wrestling spirits out there.
Yeah. Anytime there's an awkward pause, it's Kabuki moment. And it's a Kabuki. Like really light, like Kabuki. Yeah. That Kabuki moment and like bubble letters. It's really funny.
That's funny. I like that. I'm like Billionaire Ted over here. I'm like, that's good. I like it.
I like it.
The next match on the show is for the tag team championships. It's Harlem Heat against Stars and Stripes. But before the match can start, Ric Flair arrives in the arena.
Yeah. He does. Doesn't he have a couple? He's got a couple women with him too.
Oh yes, absolutely. Yes, he's in full Ric Flair regalia.
Yeah, but he never had like good looking women with him. Like whenever it was like a big group, there might be like one.
Mm-hmm.
But like when it was like, I don't know, they're always
like when When I was gonna say when they did the Steamboat Flair segment, the classic Steamboat Flair segment with Steamboat, beating him up and taking his suit off and everything. None of those women are attractive that he's out there with. He's got like 5 of them, and I don't know. That's mean. I'm not shaming these.
And,
I'm just saying the way they build up Ric Flair's women.
yeah, and like I'm not even saying like because there's a difference in like hotness of decades, but hot is hot, like you could look at like I know women looked different back then, but you go back to like when Jane Mansfield, like you go back and look at pictures of her, be like that chick was hot, what I mean? Like she was good looking,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Or you go back to like the 80s or whatever, like Heather Locklear, you can look at her, like yeah, she's got the feathered hair and everything, but like you put regular non-crazy hair on her, that's a hot chick, But like Ric Flair, he's just never had like hot like they might look hot in the like to the guys in the crowd because they're drunk and they're all far away. But like when you got the camera on them, it's like, ooh. It's like she got hit with a board. I'm not trying to be mean either, but I'm just saying, like, if they're supposed to be these elegant, hot women, it's like, nah, you didn't really find them, Rick. Like, anyway, sorry.
It's okay. It's all right.
If you feel we're shaming women from 1995, we can edit that out.
The match itself here, Harlem Heat against Stars and Stripes. I don't know. It's fine.
It was it says in my notes, basic tag team match, not good, not bad. It was what it was. At one point, somebody does hit a move that has a name, and I want to know if you think it's a move that's been around since Argentina Rocca, and I want to know if you think it's the funniest wrestling move name. Is the monkey flip the funniest wrestling move name?
Yes.
Yeah. Monkey flip.
That's why William Shatner said, well, I mean, I know he monkey flipped Jerry Lawler, but it was funny for William Shatner to say, I'm monkey flipping you into the WWF Hall of Fame.
Like, I don't know who fed him that line, but I don't know if it was Lawler himself or whatever, but yeah, the monkey flip. I don't know. Do people still even do the monkey flip?
I don't think I've seen a proper monkey flip in a long time.
Or if they do they not even call it anymore? Because it's just like a transitional move.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was trying to look it up a while back, because it interested me. Did you ever hear how the power bomb got invented?
I don't believe so.
It was Lou Fez.
Lou Fez with the hat.
Or it's Wilbur from or it's the guy from that 70s show playing Lou Thez in a documentary movie. But Lou Thez, and I believe it was Rocca, were having a match, and Rocca dove into him to do like a deal or whatever, and he grabbed him and couldn't hold him up because of whatever perspiration, and he just accidentally dropped him on his fucking back like that, and the crowd was like, holy shit. Like, it was kind of the power bomb was basically invented by accident, like the DDT was, where it was a complete like botch. But the fans were like, "Oh shit!" And then everybody was doing it. Like the Japanese people saw it, and like Japanese guys saw it, and were like, "Oh!" And they really started using it.
Mm-hmm.
It's an interesting thing. I'm not telling it the best way it should be told, but yeah, the power bomb was a complete botch accident by Lou Thez. So technically, Lou Thez invented the power bomb, which I think is funny.
He probably hated it.
Now, anyway, in this match, it's a back and forth match, and I believe it's Patriot rolls up Booker T, but Stevie Ray comes in behind the rest back, reverses the roll up, allowing Book to get the 1-2-3 on the Patriot. And the Harlem Heat are still your WCW Tag Team Champions. And I don't think Patriot is much longer for the world here in WCW. I think he's back in Japan pretty shortly.
Yeah. He definitely doesn't make it to the next Clash.
Yeah. Because the next Clash is almost Nitro, and he's never on a Nitro.
No. Mean Gene is in the back with Hulk Hogan and Randy Savage and Jimmy Hart.
And what it has to be one of the stupidest fucking names for a group. You remember what they called him?
Now it's leaving my...
The Monster Maniacs.
Yes, the Monster Maniacs.
Oh, that's stupid. And it's so fucking... It's like I said, like, even, you know, when I said, like, and I didn't mean to interrupt you, but, like,
no, it's okay.
I was talking about, like, you know, like, even in the 80s, like, Hulk Hogan still had a little bit of a rough edge to him when it needed to be. You know, like, he'd still go out there and bleed, and he'd still go out there and, like, hit guys with chairs, and, you know, whatever. It's like,
the promo might have what sounds like a real intensity to it.
Yeah.
Not here.
Nope. I understand you got to do this shit when you're at the nappy convention. But, like, Hogan's in total, like, nappy convention mode all the time. And he's putting that stank on Savage, too, because Savage has to be the same way when he's with him. Like, when Savage is away from Hogan in WCW, Savage is pretty cool. Anytime he's with Hogan, it's like, this is rough, man.
Yep.
Hokey, phony baloney bullshit.
And as much as I love him as a heel manager, I loathe Jimmy Hart as a babyface manager. When he's with rough. When he's with Hogan in this role, I can't stand him.
Yeah. It is. It's really, really rough.
It's like, look at this small, loud man sucking Hulk Hogan's asshole. But yeah, the less said about this interview, the best. Hogan, Savage, Jimmy Hart, of course, they're going to defeat Sullivan and Butcher tonight, and then Hogan goes on about Vader because the match is coming up with him and Vader at Super Brawl.
I think how you said they're going to defeat. Not they said they're going to defeat. You just said they're going to defeat them.
Spoiler alert!
Spoiled it. But anyway, spoiler alert from something from 20 years ago. 30 years ago. Yeah, 30 years ago.
We get Mean Gene in the Super Brawl Control Center. Super Brawl 5 coming up, hyping up the World Championship match between Hulk Hogan and Vader. Their next match is Sting versus Avalanche with Big Bubba Rogers as the referee. The match isn't the story.
Yeah, no, it isn't. It's one of the greatest moments in history of wrestling.
The match isn't the story here, folks.
The match isn't bad.
No. Also, I would have been keen to make sure that I watched WCW Saturday Night on this particular week because the main event is going to be Randy Savage versus Arn Anderson, just for posterity.
Yes. I was recently reading, like a recent thing with like an interview with Bret Hart, and they asked Bret Hart, who he thought the toughest guy in the locker rooms when he was around was.
Mm-hmm.
And he didn't say Meng. He didn't say Barbarian. He didn't say Hercules or Dynamite. He said it was John Tenta. And they asked him why. And he said John Tenta was the baddest ass dude and the toughest guy because he could take anybody out at any time and he never did it. he's like, he could have just mauled anybody like a fucking bear, just taking him down.
But he
And
didn't
he's
feel
like,
the
how,
need to.
and he didn't feel the need to, because you don't fuck with me, I won't fuck with you. You know, he wasn't a bully, but he said, like, in the ring, like, he said that guy would just move like a fucking cat, and you would never expect him to be able to get to where you needed him to be, but he'd get there before you thought he'd be there and shit. Like,
Mhm.
that guy was the baddest ass dude in any fucking locker room he was in. Anyway,
But yeah, this match is again, it's the match is fine. If I remember correctly, Sting and Tenta had a match back at the Starrcade pay-per-view too, and this was probably the better of the two matches, probably because they had to work a little quicker. But
yeah,
like I said, the special referee is Big Bubba, so you've got the heel guy being the referee of the match between these two guys.
well, he's not a heel yet.
Oh yeah. Gotcha.
He's still the guardian angel.
Guardian Angel.
And
I wrote down Bubba as the referee, so I wasn't thinking about the Guardian Angel deal.
no, he's guardian angel still, and he's the referee. Sting's like the perfect like opponent for somebody like John Tenta, where he's not like, Sting still looks like he could handle himself with a guy like Tenta's size, you know.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
He can move around and bump for him good, and it doesn't look ridiculous if Sting slams him or whatever.
Right.
And Sting ends up hitting 4 splashes, then body slams him and gets the death lock on Avalanche. And then the Avalanche is trying to give up, but for some reason the Guardian Angel wasn't listening. And then Nick Patrick finally, he slides in and he calls it. And Sting and the Guardian Angel get into a shoving match. And then the Guardian Angel ends up beating up Sting. And then the Stars and Stripes come out along with Alex Wright to save Sting. And Guardian Angel runs away and ends up cutting one of the best promos in the history of wrestling. I figured you were going to have audio for it, but maybe you might be able to, like, I don't know, impose it in there later.
Let's see. Let me see if I can
it
find
might be hard
here.
It might be hard to find because we're probably the only people that think it's funny.
Oh man. Let's see here. Yes, it's
You don't have to have it. I thought you did. That's why
I did not. I didn't think to find it.
It's okay.
But yes, the he's trying to Bubba is trying to express displeasure with the fact that his frustrations with the fact that Nick Patrick had come out there because he was supposed to be the referee of the match. And he proceeds to say, in the highest pitch you can ever imagine the boss man saying,
that referee right there was supposed to be in that ring.
I'm supposed to be in that ring. Like, why did he say ring for so long?
I don't know. But then he snaps and he says he's the Guardian Angel no more. He's now Big Bubba Rogers, and Big Bubba Rogers is back. And he leaves with Earthquake or Avalanche. Sorry.
And he also audibly says the word shit, too. Don't forget that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Shit.
That is shit.
Gene's just
like, oh, come on, man. Come on, man. We're at the NAFTA convention. Jesus.
Yes,
you don't hear Bobby Heenan down there at the NAFTA convention cussing like that because he's a professional.
Not till next time.
Be more like Bobby Heenan. Be more like Bobby Heenan. Big Bubba Rogers.
shit. That's funny.
And after that, it's the Faces of Fear versus Muppet Mayhem.
You made a good guess, though. I guess I would think that more people. I don't know. I've been part of the conversation, but I was actually trying to find it. Apparently, we are the only ones that think it's funny because there isn't like an isolated clip of it that I can find on YouTube.
Yeah. We know that shit's funny. It's kind of like we're probably the only people that think, "Well, do that could.
What
What could that do? Do that could. What could that do?
Got a bicycle.
Got a bicycle. People know that shit's funny. That's on Botchamania, but nobody else thinks when we go to Dusty. Nobody else thinks. I mean, it's just a sapphire here with a sensational sapphire here with our WWF Suck Cup.
Suck Cup.
Who calls it a suck cup?
Dusty Rhodes.
Yeah, WWF Suck Cup.
All right. So we have reached our main event.
Yeah. With like everything else in WCW. The show has been great.
Until the main
now we're
event.
Gonna come to the main event. And it's the Faces of Fear versus the Muppets Take Manhattan.
It's funny. It's the Faces of Fear against the Muppet Maniacs.
Yeah, Muppet Mayhem, whatever you want to call it. It's fucking ridiculous. It's so bad. It's so boring.
Yeah, I literally was like, I didn't like that. My note says I didn't like this match, and Savage and Hogan win it. That's my notes.
If anybody wants to know what the match is that's like our age or knows anything about infamous bad decisions and bad stupid booking in wrestling, this is the one where Hogan gets knocked out and Randy Savage hits him with the Randy Savage flying elbow drop, which wakes up Hulk Hogan so he can Hulk up.
Yuck.
So Hogan has now killed like 4 things in WCW. He's killed off Ric Flair.
Yep.
Sting will never be able to be as big as he was.
Yep.
He killed Vader's power bomb.
Yep.
And now he made Randy Savage's elbow not put you out, but wake you up.
Yep.
So fuck Hulk Hogan in 1995.
Well, now even right here.
This is technically 90. Yeah, it's
95.
Fuck Hulk Hogan.
Oh yeah, we're starting the alpha year of 95. Vader attacks Randy Savage after the match. He squares up with Hulk Hogan, gives Hulk Hogan a power bomb, and Hulk Hogan pops up from the power bomb.
Sorry, I forgot. He has now killed the power. I put the power bomb before the elbow. He's now killed the power bomb too.
Yes.
So he's decimated 2 fucking moves in one fucking night. This guy's a piece of shit.
And the worst part about it is, you would think as long as he's been in the business, as long as he's been the top babyface in the business, you would think at least until they have their match, he would try to make Vader look strong.
Yeah,
like it doesn't even make business sense to do what he's doing.
Yeah, even put in the notes, shit in his own. He's shit in Vader's mouth before they even had their fight.
Yeah. Fucking stupid.
Ridiculous.
It's funny. You're right though. Like this entire show, we've been all positive, and then we got to this last thing where it's fucking stupid.
It's ruined everything. You ever seen on Funny or Die back in the day the things like where they take Saved by the Bell and they break down episodes of Saved by the Bell?
Yeah,
and it was called Zach Morris is Trash.
Yes.
Zach Morris is trash. You see those?
Mm-hmm.
Where Zach Morris is supposed to be the good guy, and like after they break it down, you realize how big of a piece of shit Zach Morris was.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is like WCW should be like 94, 95 WCW should be like, oh, Hulk Hogan is trash.
Hogan is trash.
Like he's a bad person.
The bad friend.
But yeah, like I said, this whole show was really good, and then this happened, and you're just like, oh my god.
Yeah. Yep. And actually, that's what my notes are. Is like because we do the did we go backwards? Did we stay static or did we go forward? I actually liked this clash a lot better than the last one until the
this
end.
was a step forward. This was a step forward. Don't get me wrong, but that main event was horrible.
Garbage.
Yeah. Like I mean, the only thing I could think is Randy Savage was just like, I just got here. You know what I mean? The first thing you guys, like one of the first things you guys asked me to do, I can't be like,
Yeah.
it worked for me, brother. You know?
Well, and when he saw, and he was always, I mean, as much as I like Randy Savage, he was also always that guy that when he saw the opportunity to make money with Hulk Hogan, he would just capitulate to whatever Hogan wanted him to do. And there were times where he thought that Hulk Hogan was vulnerable and he wouldn't, he would kind of buck Hulk Hogan a little bit, but from a businessman perspective, he was just going to go, he'd fucking cool hand loot, go along for the ride, make money with Hogan. Well, that's that for Clash of the Champions 30. Do you have anything you want to discuss or say before we sign off for this show?
Not a whole lot. Just that I don't think we're probably recording anything again until 2026, correct?
Correct.
So check out and listen up for Clash 31 that we'll be reviewing on the next episode. And be on the lookout if you guys are going to be looking for Reliving the Extreme. If you don't know, that's on hiatus. But instead of that, look out for Pod on the Mountain, which will be a Smoky Mountain once a month podcast reviewing an entire month of Smoky Mountain until that's over.
Yes.
So
that will be coming the last week of January 2026. We'll do every month, likely, unless we do some, obviously, once in a while we get into a burr and want to do a bonus episode or something, but likely starting in January, the rhythm will be 3 We Can't Wrestles, and then the last week we'll do Pod on the Mountain with Chad Austin.
Yes.
So
yes,
that's what's coming up. Like Aaron said, the next episode that we have will be probably landing New Year's Day or the day after. So have a happy New Year's celebration with you and your families, and we will see you all in 2026 here on the We Can't Wrestle podcast.